That's not gonna work, guys. Alright, this is Mochismo. You're doing another video from Exit Strategy. Well, I keep saying video. This, in fact, is a live, and this is not to disparage anyone. This is not meant to be judgmental, but it is to use this as a pretty good illustration of where our world is going and where our world can go. And I didn't mean to come on live and do this, but I think it's necessary. And I don't own the rights to this, obviously. This is just something straight from uh, YouTube. I was on my phone just strolling. Um, let's face it, we like a good beat. We like a good play on words. Our society is built on words, whether they're hurtful or helpful. Most often, they're destructive words. And catchy phrases, we catch ourselves running around saying things that we hear in songs, all the way back to Billy Ocean, the Goody Mob. My mind playing tricks on me. Dun, 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 dun. We all have our forte of music, and even some of the music that, let's say, I'm about to illustrate. Well, this is not the music, but this is about Cardi B and Offset. They're human at the end of the day. This is not a judgment, but this is to illustrate a stark um, detail of what we all undeniably have to agree that is pervasive in our world, and that is words. We know the narcissist uses words to smear, hurt, break down, tear down, and destroy. Empaths, we try to use our words effectively to build, educate, and elevate. So we're dealing with good and evil. And the reason why I want to talk, or I want to let this play, and I'll interject many times, because there's some things I want you guys to hear. And this is Cardi B talking in a response to what her husband, uh, Offset, has been doing with regards to uploading uh, photos of him and a new girl or multiple girls. And, he's blowing her phone up. So she says, and it happens. We know guys blow the phone up, girls blow the phone up, but they don't want you, but they cannot stay off of your phone. We understand, we relate to that. So again, we're not judging Cardi B here, but we're going to use this as an illustration to show you. Doesn't matter how much money you got or how poor you are. She is talking just like somebody in your neighborhood, just like some of you women have talked before, just like some of us guys have talked before. This is real life conversation she is having. And people think it's all about, oh, it's just, they're clout chasing. They're just, whatever these words are we use. Uh, she's just got, society. That's just for likes. That's just for their both celebrity status. And in many ways, Hollywood, this situation here, they could very well get back together. Whether it's real or imagined for the camera, undeniably, we know that this happens in real life. So this is not scripted at the end of the day. This is what I'm really emphasizing. So I do believe these Hollywood marriages, they are arranged. Hey, hello. These people are doing the very same things we everyday people do, but they don't carry the same amount of disappointment and different things around. That's the word I want you to get. They don't carry the same disappointments. What's good? Nothing much, man. We don't carry. They don't carry the same disappointments and hurts. Most of the time, they don't. And but she's talking from a real, raw, authentic place of hurt. I think doesn't matter how much money she got, because at the end of the day, Cardi B just a regular everyday girl from the hood that got a lot of money, and she's going through the motions of these personas and personalities because she has to be that. She's a public figure, but she can't not resist being that very human that she is. Okay, brother. Thank you. Define killer. I like that. Okay. Thanks for popping in. Now, this is going to be for emphasis for all of us. We can all learn from this. And as the title said, show what you know, and go be what you want to see in the world. Now, she's going to say some things here. I won't interject. I'll just say what I have to say about this. It's only 5 minutes. She'll use words like integrity. She'll use words like why he's doing this. She'll tell, she's talking to him, but she's actually talking to the world because she's hurt. And this is affecting her. The very thing that she says she's unaffected by that he's doing, and his motives for why he's doing what he's doing, she is highlighting it. And at the same time, she says it doesn't bother me. We all are walking contradictions. We can say something doesn't bother us, but in our whole demeanor, our whole expression, we contradict what we're actually saying. That's what hurt does. That's one of the things that hurt does. But another thing that hurt does, we empaths and chosen ones are hurt likewise. But what we are doing, we're educating other people on things not to do. As my channel exit strategy says in the bio, it says uh, educating people on what not to do while um, on narcissistic personality abuse, while educating yourself, you know, on what these people are and how they move, because we're going to continually have to deal with this. But in doing that, we have to find out who we are as an individual. And I hope that she finds out who she is uh, through this journey. And I think that word she used, integrity, she really is going to have to start being that integrity that she wants to see, for her to say he lacks integrity. Your content and what has made you wealthy has no integrity. The very words that you spew about a woman and her body, the degradation of the woman. And the reason why I'm hitting home with this women specifically, I'm talking directly to you, because men rappers, we disparage and demean and, you know, utterly misdefine women. We got these slurs and slangs and things that we call women. We must stop, and it must stop with us. We must stop banging this type of music, because you can't bang this type of music and get in an argument with your significant other and expect those words not to spew out of your mouth, because this is a programming. This is a mind manipulation. Words are powerful. And this is not to hate on Cardi B, but this is to emphasize you can't be a person of integrity and talk about what integrity is when you really are living, and you're actually capitalizing on things that don't even resemble integrity by way of your words. And people say, oh, it's just entertainment. It's not just entertainment. And it is influential, it is enticing, it is impressionable. I went to a game yesterday for my son, and they do Drake and different rappers during halftime. And I say, when did it come to a point where parents don't have issue with that? And this was from one of the workers that was uh, taking me through the metal detectors, the school staff, which is just a regular everyday person that lives around in the neighborhood, but they work for the school. They said, well, it's even more than that. That ain't it. See, it's the vaping. So she dismissed the whole idea of what I was saying about the music and the influence that it has and the words that they're allowed to play during halftime in school. And I said, what happened to Eye of the Tiger, different things that we used to play? And I know that's outdated, but there is some music that has the absence of the vulgarity, for one, and different other things. And they said, oh, well, they asked the students what music they like, and that's how they choose it. And that was telling right there. And I said, okay, ask the students what music do they want to play. And if it happens to be some of the music that has these uh, very, very strong, demeaning words to it, tell them pick another song. That's all I'm saying. If you don't stand on something, you fall for everything. So let's let the video play, and you will decide for yourself what I'm trying to say here. I don't have the premium, so guys, this is gonna have to work. I'm only gonna be on here for a few more minutes and let this play out, but this was very, very important for me to bring to the attention of whoever should be capturing this live, and it'll make us all think about stuff. It should. I don't own the rights to this. Full disclosure, this is for educational purposes only. Even the title, You Can F My Friends. You know, let's think about this, guys. Don't all of us do that from time to time, and women specifically, not to attack you women, but think about this. When you're hurt, you want everybody that will listen to hear how hurt you are. But instead of her saying, I'm hurt by what he's doing to me, this is not cool. I don't think he should be doing this. This way, you're telling the world, you're vulnerable, first of all. You're letting them know, I bleed, I hurt. But at the same time, you're actually using choice words of, I don't think you should do this. It's hurtful. And you're maintaining your own integrity. As she talks, she's gonna show you how, how the very thing that she's hate, she is becoming. She's a beautiful woman too. And this is very classical of what narcissists will normally do. And it doesn't always have to be narcissist, but this is narcissistic behavior. It really, I mean, on the part of taking pictures, and because a narcissist will present their life as, I'm doing good without you. And a lot of us have done that. We, and with the social media movement, we're posting pictures, and we have hidden agendas for doing that. Because if you're very much elevating your life, you move in silence. You elevate in silence. You don't need everybody to see how good you doing now that you're not with XYZ. You may say, well, okay, I just put them on there because I want to share my posts, and I just always post pictures. It's amazing how we justify everything we do on the side of, I'm not being messy. She says, I'm too much of a woman for you. Okay, you could have stopped at that. I'm too much of a boss B. So now I have to hit you off with the slang term and the slang definition of me as a woman, and I have to just say it with integrity. I'm too much of a woman for you. Women, girls, you have to stop using different words to define yourself. And you're not a B, so you should stop calling yourself that. It has to start with you, but it has to also start with you reframing from listening to the words out of other people's mouths, whether they're celebrities, your bestie. If she calling herself a B, help educate and elevate her. Stop her right there and say, Mom, don't call yourself a B. We're better than that. We're queens. We're women of integrity. And you move like that. It sounds corny. It sounds whatever it sounds like. But at the end of the day, if it's real, that's the only thing it sounds like real. If people argue with that, they have the problem. You don't. She really does. When you say something over and over, you convincing yourself of what you want people to believe. She said, only reason I call you because I need your consent because I'm trying to change the schools for the children. Now that could be telling there. I don't know the specifics of why she's doing this. She has a ton of money. A lot of celebrities move around, and in many cases, she's just probably being a normal, everyday person, like you and I. She's decided that she, she feels like this certain school that she's trying to put the child in has a better academic or sports pro, whatever. I don't know. The child is small. I think it's still small. So her reasoning for changing schools could be very much she just wants to get distance away from the area or moving out of that area because there are memories that she chooses not to think about. So I don't know the depth of why she's trying to change school. And she says out of her own mouth, the only reason why I called you is I needed your consent. And that's noble of her to do that, even whatever her, you know, motives for doing moving the kid out of the school are, whether they're um vicious or not, I don't know. She called him, but she's making it known to the world she called him. And I'm thinking he resisted and probably curved her. And she probably texted him to describe exactly why she's blowing his phone up because she needs him to consent. He needs to sign off on something. And after that, she's done with him. I get it. And so now, because he hasn't signed off on it, this is why she uploaded this because she wants the world to know that he not only did he not sign off on this, he's a dog. He's doing so. She's brought all of the dirty laundry into this 5 minute rant. So it doesn't pay homage to us to air our dirty laundry to society. It respects to when we're hurt and we're not educating, not elevating. Us empaths, we're here, we're talking about the dirty laundry as well. We're talking about the things the narcissist took us through. But with integrity, I want to believe that a lot of us are here. We're trying to get people on board to understand that these people are wired a certain way. We accept that. But what we won't and don't accept is the continuation of them to continue to do it to other people and to continue to go unchecked. So we bring awareness, but we must maintain our own integrity. So that's the title. Go be what you want to see. Show the world what you know by way of education, insight, and awareness. Not this. She said he's not a street in. Uh, he is. That's what they do. People from the streets. That's what they do. That's not all of what they do. Some of us are from the street and we're street smart and we don't move messy. We are from the streets. We know how people in the streets act. They can be messy. We choose to be messy. We choose to be dogs. We choose to be sluts. We choose to be all of those other derogatory words. We are choosing this either from our environment, upbringing, or whatnot, whatever the reasons and the justifications for it. We do it. We have done it. And a lot of us will do it again, but we have free will. We have other things to measure our lifestyle by. We can see in our world people who are doing things that have come from the mud. They are doing things that have integrity in them. I guess I feel for Cardi B because she seems like a very decent human being, and in her reason why I think she's such a killer when it comes to rapping and slanging words is because that's an alter ego that she's seen, lived, and she has adopted these things in her life. So all of this stuff that she has grew up trying to be, it comes out in the music. So it's organically who she's grown up, uh, what she's grown up in and around. So that's organically coming out of her, and people relate to that. That's not something to really like not see in her. But now that she's made this wealth off of basically bearing her soul about life and all the things that she's seen, this is what I would encourage Cardi B. And this is talking directly to you. You may never hear this, but this is what I'm going to say. As a man that respects you and holds you in high regard as a human being, I don't endorse what you do as far as the slanging the derogatory garbage towards our young girls like WAP. You won a Grammy or a award for that. That is crazy. The world celebrated you for WAP. And that acronym, women, if you don't know what it means, it is deplorable. And they put a nice beat behind it, and we got our young girls, even cheerleaders, they twerking to this stuff. So back to point, Cardi B, I would ask you, with your wealth, invest in businesses of integrity. Invest in businesses where people can highly respect you and they can look at what you have done in the times past and how you've elevated yourself. You use something that was not so good, not so uh, uh, built on integrity, or not so much, I don't know the word, not so much agreed upon. And you took that and you cleaned it up. You allowed that to clean your life up. So it has to start with you starting to show what you know. You're starting to be what you want to see out of Offset. You want to see him act like a man. And she goes on to say he's a good dad. But she said, I love the kid. Thank you for my three kids. And basically that he was a mistake. And I say that sometimes too in my mind and in my heart sometimes when I shouldn't. I really hate the fact that I happened upon my twins' mom and her being, but what I really think I hate is the fact that I discovered after the fact that she was a deceitful, manipulative, vindictive individual. That's probably what I most hate and despise about her. Uh, because when I met her, I didn't despise her. So obviously, what I saw in her, the illusion that she gave me, I liked that. And this is what Cardi B liked in Offset. She enjoyed and appreciate the 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 mirage. And I think deep down and even on the surface, if she was a street in, she knew that he had the propensity to do slimy, grimy, messy stuff. But this appeals to a man and woman. We meet one another on some grimy hood stuff. He's a ride or die. He's a killer. He's a thug. He get that money. You know he's slinging dope. You know he's poisoning the community, but yet you want to ride with him because he keeps your nails and your hair on point. He's giving you racks so you can flown around town to the mall and be significant. Soul search yourself, ladies. Soul search yourself, men. And men, I want you to get something from what she's saying here. We choose what we pick in life, and when we end up what we choose and what we pick, it's nobody's fault but our own. So we're supposed to learn from those mistakes and go on to be a better person. And this is what I mean by influence. She's saying B's got to survive out here. So she's basically giving her endorsement to you women that she relates and understand that you got to get that money by any means necessary. Essentially, you don't. The struggle is real. Everybody's struggling. Ask yourself this, women. Most of you who are doing those type of things that she just described for 2, 3 thousand, maybe if that much. I mean, numbers don't matter. If it's $20, it's still, you really putting yourself out there, and you're risking your life in many ways. So this money you get, this fast money, 9 times out of 10, you women and you men out there getting fast money, you're spending it fast, and you're not spending it on the right things. You're not spending on wise things. You're not spending it on things of integrity, which is family. Um, um, your finances, personal finances, taking care of the things that are needed to take care of rather than the things that you just want. Most often, we squander that money on things we want, things that appeal to the eye. So let's keep it real. Everybody's struggling. There's an inflation going on, but me myself, I'm able to deal with this inflation. I don't like it, but I accept it, and I'm not out here, um, you know, doing all these illicit things to try to get money because I don't feel the need to do it, and I don't have the desire to do it, and that's what it boils down to. Your desire has to be in that direction for you to go out and do that, not desperation. Desperation really doesn't play a part in that because desperation also makes you dig hard and you become resourceful in a beautiful way. You go out and you continue to try to get that job. You call friends to ask them if they can help you out. You do those noteworthy, notable, noble things with self-respect intact. And if you don't know how to choose those things, you got to get around people that are choosing wise decisions. And so there is really no excuse. You are uh, the environment you're around. You very much can be influenced by it, but you also can be influenced by good things outside of your environment. It really bothersome to see her do this to the world. She has done it all to everything. She's projected that persona to the world at least. He's a good daddy. She regret him, but she don't regret the kids. If we could pick and choose what we regret in life, we'd probably say the same thing. But the reality is, the kids are the thing that bonds them and unites them, and that's something that can't be changed. But the mindset can be changed. God allows certain things to happen in your life for change to come out of you. But we want that situation to change so bad, or that person to change so bad, rather than to change our mindset so the situation can change. It has to happen in that order, first of all. And then God can, release the blessings on you to help you to prosper in a beautiful way. But you can't be stagnant and thinking that, I'm doing my best and this person is doing the worst. No, it doesn't work that way.
I regret you. I'm too good for you. I always been too good for you. You know I'm too good for you. And I don't ever, 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 ever. I never even wanted to get on this social media because I don't want to turn off the next people off because this is not my type of shit. This is not my type of shit. I don't ever want the next people to think that I'm a messy bitch. But you want to be a mess and do petty shit because you hurt? Alright, we gonna do it then. Let's go lick for lick.
Why
Let's
is
go
he
on for
hurt?
on. Let's go hit for hit. You. I told you, you need to leave alone. Bye.
Okay, guys. That being said, Blush.